This LCD screen on the front of the microscope gives you specific information about different parameters of the microscope use. You'll see immediately the flashing letters say transmitted light bright field, and so the microscope is in transmitted light bright field mode, but it's flashing because we don't have an objective in the beam path yet. But it describes the information about the objective, whether or not the magnification changer is engaged, the intensity of the illumination, the size of the aperture diaphragm, and so forth. And so you will consult this screen from time to time while you're working with the microscope to make sure that all the parameters are correctly set. When the microscope is first initialized, it is important to look at this very bottom line of the text on the LCD screen. This line describes the Z position, or the vertical travel on the nose piece. You should be able to see two distinct lines, straight lines, one between these two arrows and one below this arrow. This means, of course, that the Z-axis has been properly set. If you do not see those two straight lines, go get the confocal microscopy technician and have him correct this parameter. If you are working with slides, you must flip your slide upside down because it is an inverted microscope. And so therefore, the part of the slide with the cover slip faces down onto the optic system. Make sure that you put your slide in that configuration or you will not see your image. Then you are free to dial the nose piece and bring the first objective, a 10x objective, into view. The Leica confocal microscope has a series of 5 objectives. The lowest power is a 10x bright field objective, and it's a dry objective. The second objective is a 20x dry objective. The third objective is a 20x, but this is a wet objective. Therefore, it's an immersion objective. And so you would put a drop of oil on the front element of the lens before you put your slide down onto the objective. The fourth objective is another oil immersion objective. This is a 63x oil. And finally, the fifth objective is a 100x oil objective, also immersion. Because the 63x objective and the 100x objective are very expensive objectives, they have a unique feature that allows you to lock the front element down and out of the way so that when you're rotating the nose piece, these objectives will not come in contact with the slide. The 63x objective does that, and also the 100x objective locks down and out of the way. Please keep that in mind, as a previous user may have locked it down and out of the way, so that in order for you to do your work, you have to unlock the objective and let it come back to its full height in order for it to work properly. The Leica SP5 inverted microscope is a fluorescent microscope, and therefore it has its own mercury lamp house with burner. To turn it on, you actuate the power button. Notice right away that the shutter button blinked while it powered up. However, the shutter is not open because the light is not on. If you want light to leave the lamp house, you have to press the shutter button. Then the shutter button light illuminates, indicating that light is now leaving the transformer. This is an HBO mercury bulb, such as we discussed before. However, this one's the new variety, and therefore you can change the intensity of the illumination, and you can also turn it on and off. However, it's best to just turn the power on and leave the lamp house running the whole time that you'll be doing your experiment. The shutter lamp is a very important feature of this illuminator. You notice now that the light is off, indicating that the shutter is not open. To open the shutter, you press the shutter open button, and now the lamp is illuminated, indicating that light is leaving the transformer and going through the optical waveguide, which leaves the back of the transformer and travels into the epi-illuminator of the microscope. Now this waveguide contains an optical gel which transmits the light efficiently. However, if you leave the shutter open all the time, this will degrade the gel inside the waveguide. The gel is very expensive and difficult to replace, so if you're not actually using the fluorescent illuminator, actuate the shutter button and turn off or close the shutter so that no light is escaping the lamp house.